Alrighty, welcome to the All Wired podcast. I'm your host, Logan Rodgers. With me, as always, is my co-host, Johndough. Today, our last-minute sub-in, Elijah. We're here for the relationship episode. This is kind of John's idea. I think it's a great idea. So I'm going to let him kick it off right here in the beginning. So what you got on your mind, John, for relationship-wise?
I think when you're talking about relationships, man, like the first thing you got to address is like, because this is really about dating, right? This is really about dating, and to start dating, sometimes you may have to go through a breakup. So, what would you guys go with as your best advice for a guy going through a breakup?
To focus on himself, that's not selfish, but that's selfless at the same time, so that you better yourself.
How do you guys feel about guys going and starting, like, hitting dojos and getting into fight camps and fight clubs?
Like building on like their strength and becoming a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Physical
how
confidence.
it should be, because then that's just gonna make them less fearful of.
A lot of women are calling that toxic masculinity. I don't know how you consider that toxic masculinity, but that's the word that's been getting thrown around for guys doing shit like that, trying to improve their physical attributes.
Yeah, I think unfortunately due to like Andrew Tate coming around, kind of like.
Or would you say this is because of feminism?
Well, a lot of both. I'm just saying, like,
is it toxic feminism?
I'm just saying Andrew Tate coming around definitely didn't help. Like,
I don't know.
Everybody's their own
What wrong
person.
did he do though? I mean, he's innocent though.
John,
the news came out that he was innocent.
You know what I mean? Like, him portraying that image that he portrays, like that character that he brings to the table, is a very controversial character, and like that in its own definitely casts a pretty dark light on like a lot of the message that he does try to send underneath of all that, like, nutty.
So you would consider him what, misogynistic, or
no,
what they portray him as?
We've talked about this before, man. Like, I think that he portrays a character. Like, I believe that he does believe in a good amount of what he says, but I think a lot of like the extreme stuff is just part of the character that he portrays to get himself the views.
So that's bad then, what you're saying? Because I thought it was comedy, bro.
No,
I thought it was comedy, because a lot of the time he'll say he's saying some funny shit.
You're putting words in my mouth. I never said it was bad. I
He's
just
not
said that.
bad.
I'm just saying that, like,
I mean,
he's portraying I'm saying he's portraying a controversial character just to get views.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But a lot of men, I feel like a lot of people do. No
Yeah,
matter what.
well, of course,
yeah.
and like because it's so controversial, it like casts this negative light, like, in other people's eyes, like, because because a lot of people nowadays have this like certain type of view.
A good example is, like, I feel like Trevor Boswell does it right. Like he's always showing off his woman, and he's still fighting out there, and he's like the scene of the town kind of for fighting, it feels like, or like.
Yeah, bro, he's the guy out here, bro. He's like the top prospect of the town.
He don't make it. He doesn't give it a bad look. And honestly, like, I knew Trevor in high school at Hutch. Even like TJ, you got Jordy. They're all like, I seen them growing up. I didn't go to the gym too much. I was just a skateboarder, like y'all know. I went to the skate park and stuff. When I saw them like start doing more of that stuff, it made me want to hit the gym. Like, it just makes people have a inspirational impact to go do more for themselves.
Yeah,
and It's not like in a bad way. You just need to build up yourself. How you supposed to live right, like a healthy body, healthy mind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, for real. No, I agree with that.
My bad. I'm checking the podcast to make sure everything's clear. I'm going to just leave it up like this so we can read it right here, too. But, yeah, healthy body, healthy mind. And I feel like that helps you think a lot more about situations you're in, even if it's a relationship.
I agree, too, man. I've dealt with a lot of depression, and then I felt like, I ain't going to lie, man, a lot of the time when I was depressed, I ain't have a six-pack.
Hey,
I think most
you
people
get a six pack, so that's you gonna
that.
feel pretty damn good, ain't you?
I've seen myself fluctuate weight over the past like 5-6 years. Like, I've gone skinny, kind of chubby, never like crazy fat in my opinion, but like I did get to like 200 pounds just because the winter.
When you're depressed though, you're really not worried about how you feel.
Yeah, you might be smoking weed to feel better or something like. And
Eating a little
past winters,
munchies.
yeah, you get munchies. You feel like you might
Oh,
start
yeah.
smoking a joint on the way. You're about to go home after,
Like, fuck.
and then you're like, I need to get
hit the
some
drive-through.
food. Yeah, you have to.
Hit the corner store, bro. I
You
need some
feel
jerky, beef jerky.
so- It's weird, but you just smoke and you feel like you gotta get that shit before you go home, and you're gonna like chill, and you know you're probably gonna watch something at home, and you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And it might, it's not bad to eat. I eat a lot now, but it's more like what you're eating or why.
Yeah,
Exactly,
the issue I was having with weight was I was eating too much food. So I don't really care about what I eat. Like I have the McDonald's and I'll eat whatever the fuck I want. But what I've decided to do was to not eat as much food.
Yeah.
So I've lost 25 pounds since the start of the year, and I lost that in 1 month. On 1 month off, stop eating so much food.
Yeah.
If I started doing cardio now, I would lose a lot more weight. But I've lost a lot of weight that was just excessive fat that I really didn't need.
Yeah, for me, like, if I eat healthier, I feel a lot better. Like, because I'll catch myself eating, like, you know, there'll be,
Of
like, a good
course,
amount of
yeah.
time where I'm just, like, eating junk food consistently, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I feel like shit. And then, like, switch that diet up, start eating a lot healthier.
And there's a
you just
huge
feel a lot
difference
better,
between, like, feeding your body what you actually need.
Yeah, and so, like, sitting there
Yeah.
and eating that junk and shit
Yeah.
while you're depressed just kind of adds to your depression.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like,
It
And dude, there's
doesn't-
nothing
it
better
doesn't
than
help.
fucking takeout when you're fucking depressed.
Nah, for real. And it feels like you want to eat anything that's freshly cooked from a restaurant, even if it has MSGs or anything. Like, it don't matter.
dude, yeah, you just don't even give a fuck.
I was like 185 at the beginning in April last year, and then now
Oh,
I'm
dude,
160.
Elijah, you should have seen me like a few months ago, dude. I was fat
Really?
as fuck. I was like 300 pounds.
Does anybody believe in that like relationship deal where like people get comfortable and start?
It
Yeah,
does happen.
that's
I mean, it
that's
does
definitely
happen though.
real.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are like skinny as fuck, just like almost having an eating disorder because they're like stressed out from a relationship.
Nah, yeah.
And then
That,
the-
if they're stressing
yeah.
themselves out, that causes depression. You
Yeah.
might as well give up the relationship if you have depression from the relationship. For
Yeah.
all you people like don't like your relationship or you're
A
you're
relationship
clearing
is
your head.
not to be stressful at all.
Yeah, if it's straining your mindset,
exactly.
you might as well cancel that shit.
I think like when you marry somebody or you get engaged to somebody, it's because you enjoy your company. You enjoy your time with that person.
no,
Yeah,
for
it's like
real.
your
you
best
know.
friend.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to
Amen.
spend no other time with nobody else. That's why you marrying that person.
Exactly.
And a lot of people, I feel like, are getting married for the wrong reason.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro, I
especially a
see
lot of
so many
military.
people our age, like people I knew growing up, getting married off rip, and
Well,
it's
dude-
some people that I've never seen together, and then they get together for a couple months or a year.
Well,
Bam.
Nowadays, man, I don't know if y'all even know about this, but nowadays there's this thing like where people have contract marriages, where like they're
Military
legit just
stuff, yeah.
well, no, not even like that, but like they're married just for the spotlight. So like oh, we would look good together online because we're both popular people and all that. So they end up
Is this
like
a TikTok
getting into-
conspiracy?
I don't know, but they end up getting into like a contract marriage where it's like it's not even fucking real, but nobody knows that it's fake.
That's crazy. I feel like I heard some people kind of do stuff like that, and it seemed like the relationship didn't work out anyways if things didn't work as per contract.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
So that's dumb too. And I mean,
It's definitely like a shady area, like a really hazy line.
yeah, I feel that. And I feel like back to like the beginning question, like a guy working on himself after he's trying to get like they're going through a breakup. Most of those guys honestly should probably just hang out with the homies after that. They'll catch themselves realizing that they didn't hang out with any of their homies for a minute. Like that's how you know that. That's where they lose, like, unless they're just like really about being themselves, they lose most of their like being a man.
Yeah, dude, I got a buddy right now who's going through like really bad breakup, and fuck, dude, it's so tough just to get him out. Like, I hit him up all the time. Like, well, I haven't been as much lately as much as I should, but it's like when it first happened, you know, I tried to get him over at the house like multiple times, and you know, it gets to a point where it's tough because it's like, man, I love you, but it's like, how many times do I got to try to get you over here? Like, you know it's going to help you. Like, you know it sucks sitting there, you know, when you're alone. And he was always there for me when I was down bad, like, all by myself. Like, he'd show up to my place without even fucking asking. Like, so it's like, it's always tough, like, dealing with
It's
something
weird that like, she said the mic is muted. Did you fix that? She said your mic is muted on that.
Which one?
On that. No, obviously not these mics.
Oh,
just
his.
that mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mic?
No, on
that
that.
little button. You see the microphone? Not at the bottom, right? Am I tripping? Or yeah, whatever is muted. Maybe, I don't know. That's weird. Back to it though. The pretty much I feel like people feel like it's like a death almost. Like I seen people get more upset over a breakup than their family member dying.
I remember when I was young. When I was young, I would get like so bad. Like I was so stupid when I was a kid. Like I would get down like so bad, and you know, you always feel like it's the end of the world. But like once you get older, you really realize like like what you guys were saying earlier, it really all comes down to legitimately focusing on yourself. Like don't sit there and try to find another relationship to jump into. You should stay single. You know, as fucked as it sounds to say, but play the field a little. Maybe not even like maybe just fucking chill by yourself.
Now, should we address the terms of dating? What would you consider dating as? Because personally, personally, I'd say dating's a pretty broad term.
Nah, for dating, I mean, like obviously it has different meanings. It's like how we talked about asexual on the actual interview podcast. There's like the snake can be asexual, and then there's asexual people. It's like dating can mean like if you're dating a girl, obviously you're dating forever once you're in a relationship. But if it's pre-dating, there's like a pre-dating too, where you're just like
I feel like it's
like could you be dating two girls and not have two girlfriends?
No, I feel like
they're
it's
not
like,
your girlfriends if you didn't ask them. Like
exactly.
back to like high school or middle school. You always had to ask
or,
a girl out.
or for the ladies, you could have two boyfriends. You could have date two guys and not have two boyfriends.
Like I feel like
it
it's
is
like we're a thing. And then now we're dating.
But there has to be a
now
communication.
We're together, like
not just like randomly. You have to have a communication. Like you're my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you don't, there's some. You've been in that before, where someone's like, "This is my boyfriend." You're like, "I didn't even ask this chick out." Like you've asked her out for dates and stuff, but you never said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend? Do we want to make this exclusive?" And then next thing you know, like you're disappointing someone on accident. Yeah. And I don't know what I just watched. I don't know if one of y'all told me or where I watched it. I can't even remember. All I know is, oh no, man, it must have been on TikTok. Either way, this dude says like, pretty much, man, it was, I don't know. He was just saying that it was like, my bad. People, when they feel like they're dating each other, they get confused sometimes when it's the pre-dating. Like they don't know for sure, but he said if a guy doesn't go out of his way to start calling you baby or like he might even flirt like that a little bit. He might call you like his, but then if he never asks you or makes any moves to like change anything of his life that's saying that you're his, he's not really trying to be in a relationship like that. Like and it's flat out like it could probably go for the girl side too easily. It's just like if someone's not making an effort to say that I want to be official with you or telling you things like that and being straight up about it, then they're playing with you. Like it's just all a game. It's not.
Yeah, I think being boyfriend or girlfriend is being exclusive unless you're in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
Or Mormon.
No, it's supposed to be exclusive if you want it to be real, but if you don't, then that's when they need to be honest and tell each other that too. Like if they don't want to be in an actual relationship together, then they might as well just be straight up about it. Like, or there's some people who like being friends with benefits or like friends who like to have fun with each other.
So do you guys think that years really matter in a relationship when someone feel like they're being mistreated?
What do you mean? Like what?
Like should you really sacrifice your happiness for a prolonged period of time?
You just end it. If it's not right, unless you guys like actually don't care about fucking with other people. Like if your girl and you split for just to work on yourselves, but you both know you're gonna go sleep with other people and it won't keep you right in the mind because you've been with each other and only each other for so long, you just end it. But if you guys actually know that you really want each other, but you're stressing each other out, and you can actually take a break and do your own thing for at least a little bit, a couple months, and actually focus, and you're not worried about trying to find affection or something from someone else, then you might as well keep it going, just actually take a little break. And it doesn't have to be called a breakup. It's just like actually maybe focus on yourself. Even if the dude has to go to his mom's house, like go do your thing and then come back to your girl when you're ready. But if you can't do that, then y'all might as well never ever get married or do anything together because it's pointless. You're just wasting each other's times. And I know like grown men who have been in couple marriages, or women, I mean just grown ass people who have been in marriages over time and had like 6 year, 7, 8, 16-year-old marriages a couple different times. because people are like way older than us, obviously, and they have had multiple lifetimes with people older than some of our siblings or anything like that, like cousins. Anything.
Yeah, they say like you're really only supposed to have like they say like if you have like so many years with somebody, that's damn near like a lifetime worth of relationship.
No, it is. I mean,
not
I
everybody's
could die today,
really like,
and I could feel like I lived a whole life. Like, I mean, it does feel like a whole life, and we still.
I feel like 20
bro,
years.
by
is
the
a
time
good,
we're
is
60,
a good, like,
80, that shit's crazy because we're all like around 20 right now, 20 something.
I gotta go grab my food, boys.
Oh yeah, he's got that chicken town coming. Basically though, like, bro, at the age we're at right now, being 20 something, not 20 exactly, just so y'all know, but like just being around your 20s, 60, 80 years old, you're gonna be through so many lifetimes. Because I feel like I live so long now. I be thinking about when I was a kid, and then when we're like 60, we're gonna be thinking like this was like, dog, it's gonna be like we were a kid 2-3 times.
Yeah, this is like, we're gonna be thinking like, man, these were the good old days.
No,
like,
and you could have like a lot of
and you
people,
wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't know that these are the, your best days when you're not.
It seems like in this decade is when a lot of people go fluctuating from relationships, but in the past, someone was with someone, then they were with that person. Like a lot of times people were just stuck, like not in a bad way. They were, once you're with them, you're with them. That's how it always worked, unless that person dies. Or
Yeah, bro, my last relationship, I thought I would never be with nobody else, and then guess what? I got betrayed. I got literally, set up, shot,
and you don't expect that shit.
I thought, someone I had known for 10 years, been best friends with for almost 10 years, and then been in a relationship with for like 6, and
it's
then
just a trust and faith.
No.
And you just gotta keep moving forward and hope that
somebody who's supposed to love you going to want to take you from your family. That's some. It's life changing. You really you almost think you can never find another relationship again, and then it's crazy how life will change.
It's crazy that you can always find new relationship, but it could take forever, like for a long ass time. But even in the past, like pretty much the worst thing that someone could do was cheat on their husband, like literally. In the past, like we were like. This is just off of like any type of thing, not just a straight Christian or religion. They had pagans do this, Romans. The worst like law that they had for people is if they were fucking around. And what's crazy is a man was allowed to do pretty much whatever he was allowed to fuck around. No, it's crazy because he could do what he needed to do for if he wanted to, not needed, but like what he was trying to do, whether it was sleeping with someone else or whatever he felt like doing, like leaving for months. But then a woman does some shit like that before. And they're fucked. Some of them died. Like a lot of women actually got killed over stuff like that. And now in this day and age, it seems like people just break their hearts over that shit. And that's why like maybe it just ruins societies. Like that's it. And honestly, it's crazy. But if in the Bible it says like Jesus says it's better for someone to be single if they're not gonna like follow what they're supposed to do.
Not gonna be if they're planning to be an adulterer.
Yeah, if you're not gonna just actually focus on the pretty much righteous things or be right, you might as well just be single until you can do what you're supposed to do. Well, Bronk, you better cut this out. I hope you're watching.
How do you guys feel about the divorce rate in America?
It's the highest in the world.
I mean, like, what about it? Who cares? Like, I mean, it's because people are dumb. Like people sit there and they get in relationships they know they're not supposed to get into, or like they have a bad feeling about it, but they're like, oh, I think it can work. I think I can do it, and then it always ends up going bad. So I mean, it is what it is. It's just one of those things that it's like it is what it is.
Do you know which gender it is that files for divorce?
The woman.
Likely?
I bet it's the woman.
I bet it's the man.
It's about 80% of the time it's a woman.
Yeah, it makes sense for it to be the woman.
Dude, I was hoping the men out
like
there,
you said, it's sense. Funny though.
You gotta speak a little louder though. You over there whispering.
Hey, what we were saying, like at the first question, how you build yourself after a breakup. A lot of dudes don't really keep building themselves after things aren't going right. Like they kind of don't do right. That's whether if they work out or fight, but also like drinking too much or getting fucked up. because they can't focus on themselves.
Yeah.
They start ruining what they have, and then that woman don't want to be with them. And like we were saying, like, should you just leave a long time relationship? Women are the ones who make that decision half of the time to just drop that shit.
Because I was gonna say, how many guys you know that be stuck in fucked up relationships and don't want to leave, or
and then them ladies out there, they be talking to their friends, and then when they talk to their friends, if you're not being their best friend, their friend's gonna tell them, and whether it's a woman or a guy, is gonna tell them to drop you.
Yeah.
Bam, you're done.
Yep. For whatever type of malicious reason.
For real, bro. Mischievous. But hey, look, if you repping this right here, you're not getting broken up with.
Yeah, last year being broke, baby, all year long. LYBB, shout out ASAP 12, that's my boy.
Yes, sir.
So
we true to this. We ain't new to this. 212-730-1090.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all ever caught yourself being a simp?
Being a simp.
Yeah, I have.
I think all of us could say that we've definitely caught ourselves being a simp at one point in time. Especially your ass. I know your ass was simping for Kiana a few times over there having conversations with me. He's like, "This the one, man. She's the one."
I'm surprised I don't have the munchies. I was smoking already.
Oh shit, y'all stopped the live?
Yeah, I did for a little bit because he was eating and shit.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'll stop this again.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start in a little bit.
We can start the
You ready to
live.
go live?
I feel like when there was our group growing up, there's so many parties, like, you know, like 9 Mile or whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You got Henderson, and like that stuff would help people if they wanted to go meet someone in person, kind of. But other than that, it's like they're not gonna catch someone randomly at the movies. Plus, they're probably at the movies to go on a date already. Yeah. 2, if they go to, like, they're gonna have to go to the softball games, a baseball game, a basketball game to catch a girl that they wanted to talk to for a bit, because they, you know, like, and that's only if they're younger than 18 probably, or if they need to go to, like,
yeah, I remember
pretty much
it was always meeting up at the Ice Dogs.
Dude,
game.
that's
Oh,
the
shit
hockey
like
games
that.
for real.
Yeah.
And then they had the
hockey
golf,
games,
but they got rid of the golf, the glow putt. They had that,
like,
and then bowling.
Like back when I was,
because they can't go to the bars. Hookah lounge.
like,
they
back
got
when
rid
I
of
was
hookah.
dating Marin, we'd meet at the Ice Dogs.
You did
game.
Marin Dodson? Bro, I didn't even know. I'm dumb. How did I not know?
Yeah, when we were like young, like
Dog.
14.
Yeah, me and her are friends. I went to Hudshot, did photography and stuff. Or I've taken photos for her.
Yeah, she's a super cool person.
Yeah. But no, it's wild. Like, that's the only ways that you could meet somebody before. And then if they even are 18, they're gonna have to go out of their way to be like. And if they don't have their job right, like they're not working good enough, unless they got rich parents, they're gonna have to either cook for that girl, what food, like they're taking their parents' food, or like go on a walk and hope that girl is enjoying hiking or like doing something outdoors with them. Otherwise, they don't have money to take her to Friar Lavelle's Turtle Club. Like,
Yeah, when you're
where are
a
they gonna
kid,
get that shit? They gotta be leveling themselves up to be able to do more for the girl that they want.
Oh yeah, dude. It took me till like, well, actually, not really. When I was like 16, I came into a bunch of money, and you know, being a young idiot, you know, you frivolous. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Spending it like, I fucking.
This dude
but
thought he was gonna become El Chapo selling weed.
No, dude. No. I was fucking. I just bought a lot of weed and smoked a lot of weed back then.
Yeah.
Like, I just smoked a lot of shit, and then
Well,
like.
he used one
And
selling
then
weed
like
for,
I
6 months
remember
at a time.
I remember I was buying hella clothes, like hella fucking clothes.
Yeah.
And
I bought so much crap from Zoomies, bro. It
dude,
was stupid.
mine was
Like, I feel like
expensive, though.
I
Like,
could have had a huge Bitcoin investment back then if I never went to Zoomies in my life.
Dude.
And then,
oh my
like,
God.
while I worked at Zoomies, plus my TikTok popped off, and I had like all these transactions of I was making mad money on there on live, and so like going live and then making all that cash every day, or it goes to your PayPal or whatever. I didn't know what to do with the money. Like, I bought cameras and stuff, and I could have just you could play it pretty smart. If you come up on a good amount of money within a couple months into a year,
So
you might as well
you gotta
invest
get
it.
fly, bro. You gotta get fly to get some tricks.
Well, no,
have
like,
to.
honestly, you should be having a good job if you want to take them out. But then once they get to know you and see who you are, you should better hope that girl's not all about material. So she can do things that aren't just like, showing off all the time. That's what stresses people out in relationships sometimes. Doing too much, trying to look good.
Have a nice mixture of like fancy dates, but also like ones where it's like hiking, where you know like you're not paying for shit, but you guys are still together doing something.
Even if you got a car and you know you got payments coming up, insurance, and you're a kid and you don't have that much, don't try to take this girl out to somewhere and then know you got to beg for money. Next, you might as well drive out to Healy or Denali with a little bit of gas for the day and
you
come back.
definitely don't want to like continuously just like shower somebody with gifts or take them out to nice places all the time.
That's the expectation build.
Yeah, they're gonna build that expectation.
It's not even worth it.
They're gonna get all the time.
And then when you talk to your homies, but you don't let her know that shit's not working out for you, like you can't afford to do that all the time. If she's not for you, then she's not for you. But if you talk to your homies and like they understand and people understand, but you're not speaking up or communicating, you're ruining your shit. You're ruining yourself. It's just gonna eat you up, both of y'all. It don't work out that way.
But yeah, I love eating at nice places.
No, it's like, and if you can,
definitely worth it.
You need to have like an idea of how you're gonna get it back too, because you honestly like I feel like a good.
Fuck with Bamboo Panda?
Nah.
Bro, wait, you're talking about Bamboo Panda or Panda Express? There's two. Bamboo Panda's kind of gas.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Right.
I think it's gas.
It's all right.
Nah, I like it, but I like it more than Panda Express.
I don't fuck with them Chinese people either. So
bro, but do you know the Panda Express that just got built right there? Right over there?
I don't be fucking with Chinese people.
It's not even... It's not it. Like, I'd rather just go to Bamboo Panda or, like, one of the places in town that we already got. And all the Thai food spots here are pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah, got really good Thai food.
They're good. Like, compared to other states, even big states.
Food's good. I like going to Irishai.
Yep. We got sushi. We got Korea, Sealgate. Pagoda's gas. My brother works at Pagoda's. That young man,
Pagoda's like the best place.
My brother Jaden, he knows about relationship shit, bro.
Thai house, bro. I also go to like the
Thai house on 4th.
Thai house at North Pole.
Oh, the Thai house cuisine restaurant. Yeah. They got Thai house on 4th too, though.
I also like going to the spicy Thai.
See, my mom always trying to tell us about like, don't be going out doing too much. Make your food at home or whatever, like. Just because she understands that you should be saving money.
Tell my stepmom.
Because if you said all the stuff that people buy during the year, even
fried rice is like $12 over there at Spicy Thai, and that's just the best shrimp fried rice.
It's good, but you can low-key make a lot with like $12 could be a whole chuck roast depending on what day you went in to go find that meat on sale, and you can eat that for like a week or two. But if it's just you and your spouse, or if it's just you, that's even better. But like on top of that, all the spending people do during the year, like if nobody drank, even if you didn't buy water, like you just drank only the water from your sink at home, even if you had to go to a public and just drink the water, you got a free water cup. You know how much money you're gonna save. You could like, and it's not maybe specifically us, but people who don't got their money right, you can just be saving money by not doing nothing, like except for the hiking or going outside. Enjoy taking photos. Like you don't have to do material things or go spend money to feel good. You should be able to go like enjoy the eminence of being outside and like walking and taking good photos, or maybe bike riding, skateboarding. Like the fighting, you can practice fighting for free, or you can invest $80 and go to Walmart and buy your little whole fighting kit, boxing gloves, and practice at home for the low, and then do that for months.
So when y'all are out trying to pick up chicks, man, how would you say how crucial it is to make sure yourself not getting drunk? You know?
I have a good tolerance.
I think it's pretty crucial for like both of you not to get that drunk, because like first off, you don't want like, you know, you just don't want somebody in that state, like especially when you're trying to like actually form a relationship with that person. It just makes everything so much more difficult. Like, yeah, you might seem like you're having fun in the moment, but, like, I'm sure that, like, you know, that you just don't want to have any mistakes made. Like, especially with somebody that you really want to have a relationship with. So, I mean, like, for me, if I'm going out, like, to meet somebody for, like, the first time or maybe even the second or third, I'm not going to be inebriated, like, any of those times. Like.
And if you get too lit, you can say the wrong thing sometimes. Like, you might not even remember. Like, it depends on how drunk you get. But, like, I know times where, like, even, like, you just starting out, you want to have a good time with them, so you guys both like kind of drinking, and then you get a little lit. It could even be a couple weeks, and then next thing you know, you're being like just not in the right position because they're like upset with you over something, and you're like trying to figure out what was wrong, but like you're just lit, so you're not paying attention, giving the right attention, and it's bothering that girl, and then you realize like, oh shit, I was fucked up last night, like, and you're like, and it's hard to like once someone has something building up in their mind, like a little brainstorm of, oh, this dude is gonna be like this, like even if you're not, it just ruins like the whole thought of you.
Yeah, I think it's just all in all best to stay away from it in the beginning.
Yeah, and that's why it's like just don't abuse things. Even just the eating out, just don't abuse things. You can do things minimally.
Y'all ain't never had a chick rob y'all? Like got too drunk and had a chick steal from you?
No.
Have
you?
No.
I don't think I ever been robbed by anybody except for like, bro. People like to try us. Like honestly, I heard when I was in Vegas with my friend, we heard that someone tried to come up to my car. Like someone else was at the house. They don't know, but like people were trying to take a picture, or they took a picture of it. But someone just pulled up, hopped out, tried to go in my fucking car, and then they couldn't get in, so they left. And then same thing like recently at my mom's. Like people just like to pull up. And my mom tried to get out the house, and people like to pull up and. Like, it's never a woman or nothing. I don't know.
Ops.
Huh? I got ops, I feel like. And that's a whole nother relationship. Like, people, if they want to learn something or get help, like, I'd rather help someone, like, if they want to learn how to make music or something. But I don't know what people try to come for me for. Like, they need to go get their own then at that point. Like, what, bro? I don't even have that much if they wanted to figure out. Like, I could just show them what to do to get themselves leveled up. It's just goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to those guys that be coming up to women being a little too aggressive when they're trying to be confident and they're just, they're coming at a chick a little crazy.
Some are cocky and some are sexual.
Dude, yeah. I mean, dude,
sexual assault.
It can be way
Not even
too
with
much.
just words.
It can be like way too fucking much sometimes, man. Like it's ridiculous.
It's guys, not to be mean.
Like,
but
they see a chick walking by him and they like all grabbing ass.
But is it weird? But there's a hella GIs.
Yes, you army men, you fucking GIs out there.
Hey, no, like I'm not even trying to hate big time, but y'all be pressing some women, just grabbing asses at the fucking Spurs, some shit. Nah, cut that out.
Yeah, girls that that are in relationships don't even want nothing to do with you, like. Girls that probably ain't even supposed to be there, didn't even get ID'd at the door.
Nah, for real. Like, just get to know somebody. Don't just like, damn, this girl's fine, staring her down, go up and grab their shit. Like, be respectful. And on top of that, just because you're in, like, no offense, but you're in the military, it's like, yes, we have a respect towards you. You're serving the country.
You're also held to a higher standard.
But like,
a lot of these GIs ain't ever been overseas.
I just want them to come and actually get to talk to someone and be like courteous of like that this is a real town, not just like don't fuck around and just walk up to someone and have a real conversation. Get to know people before you do the wrong step and the wrong move. On top of that, it just could be mad disrespectful sometimes. Like even you said right at the door, it could be I remember the hookah lounge was very bad for that shit. And like, be careful on Tinder. You don't know. Like we grew up around these girls, and you guys think that like you could just hop in the town for your first week. It could be you've been here for 5-6 months, showing off girls you're talking to on Tinder, and we know like things. Like we all know. We all know.
Like that's a 16-year-old prostitute. Yeah.
No, for real. Yeah. This is like, it's mad funny. It's like we got our own little secret society because we already all lived here. But it's not like to shut anybody out. It's like if they wanted to get to know people, they don't have to just be strictly towards base. Like it's almost like they're a separate entity to the town. Sometimes when they just go on base and don't ever come off, they just stick on base the whole time. Just order their food there, don't do nothing. You see them out on the weekend getting mad lit.
Dude, how about all these army wives that are cheating, dude?
Dude, no, yeah. Cheating. Like, you finding girls on Tinder, but...
bad for the guy.
Dude, there's some just left here. They go on their break, and you just see, like, they're not even, like, anybody could snitch on someone, but nobody ever does. And it's not about snitching. It's just, like, no, some people just don't have respect for each other. I'm like, bruh, that's the thing that ruins a relationship sometimes, I think. Not just the spending money too much, but when people are addicted to sex and consider that affection, like it just ruins. Like it's just, and you know damn well if you're cheating, it's not just about going out trying to feel good and flirting. It's about you're a sex addict, low-key. Like
So
you just want to go get fucked.
Hey, I got something to ask y'all. Y'all a munch?
Huh?
Are y'all a munch?
What the fuck does that mean?
What is that?
That's a reference for dudes who give oral pleasure without nothing in return.
For my girl,
Would
like
you do
100%.
that? Would you do that?
I'm not worried about like, bruh. It's not even. You don't need to be like that with.
Hey, I'm all about equality, so it's gotta be.
But that's the thing. When you're in a relationship, when you're in a relationship, it feels better to do that type of stuff. And like, if it's a girl, you know it's clean, but it's hard to want to do that in this town. Like, you just like if you're just dating, you're trying to go find someone, or you meet a girl for the night. You don't need to be doing all that, dog. Like, I don't do that shit because you're gonna catch yourself with something. Like maybe you might not, but you might also not like it.
Well, so in my opinion, it's like, dude, okay, if you enjoy this, and I enjoy also getting this, why would I only do it for you? It makes more sense for us to be equal in this partnership. I mean, that's everything is a two-way street when you're in a relationship.
At the end of the day, you don't want to be selfish though either. So like
exactly,
that's
like it's that's what I'm saying. Equal, like you both fucking reciprocate.
Yep.
Like that's how it should be.
And that's what a lot of both men and women expect out of each other. Like girls sometimes might think you're selfish, but sometimes we think y'all are selfish, just depending.
So how y'all feel about the Passport Boys?
What the hell is that?
Passport Boys.
The Passport Boys are a movement of men of all ages going to other countries to find women who are more
Speak up, John.
Men of all ages going to other countries to find women who are more dominant.
Nah, who are not more dominant, more open to being submitted.
Submissive.
Yeah.
Submissive to like pleasure.
Yeah, to like being like
Just
cleaning
like
the
probably
house.
being like a housewife. You
Cleaning
know?
the house, going shopping.
Oh, you mean like when you see those dudes around
Dude,
town and
people
they
like
don't
that.
seem
because
like
they
know
do
the
that
woman?
shit already,
Dude,
and then
bro,
they're like,
people
"Fuck
like
it," and
that.
I'm with a guy who's giving me what I want to.
People like that are weird as fuck. Like, first off, I know a guy who's like that, and I'm not gonna say names or say who he's who he's like, you know, because like as soon as I do, like I'm gonna catch flack. They're gonna know who I'm talking about. But dude, this motherfucker, dude, he does that shit, and every time he comes back with like a new one. And
so how many wives does he have?
And it'll be like they'll be rubbing his feet and they'll be serving him all his drinks and shit. And bro, and it ain't no normal like person. It's always like some chick with like the disease where they're like small.
Are you serious? He gets the disabled ones.
Like no, like this, like
the ones with birth defects or something.
Like they look like kids. Like they look like kids, but they're adult women.
Okay, maybe there is something.
So
wrong
it's
with that.
Yeah. So like, there's people like that go
but
out.
I was gonna
man.
say
They
the
go out and they
Passport
search for
Boys,
these
man.
wives that
I
are, like,
salute
more
to them
submissive.
because like luckily I live in America, but I did find, you know, my girl she does everything I ask. I just don't ask her nothing crazy. So.
Yeah,
She'll do anything I ask.
I feel like
my girlfriend does everything right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with a girl who does everything you ask. You know, you got, you know, I feel like it's the right thing to not ask something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
As long as she's okay with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as long as she's down with it, it's fine to her.
She's not my servant or nothing.
Nah, for real. Yeah. And, like, it's just, like, some people just want wife material. Like, that's, like, it's hard to get someone to... You might never want to get married because the person's not being, like... It's not just a moral alone, but it is kind of like a standard. There's just certain things that you need out of a person to... I mean, a lot of us, like, if your mom did good for you growing up and fed you right and treated you good as a kid, you know that what you're looking for, low-key, for, like, someone who you want to be real with you. And it doesn't matter if it's just a mom. It could be anybody in your life who, like, actually helped you get raised. That's why they're having kids or just having a partner for life with a freaking ring on their finger. You don't want that unless they're doing right by you, and then also like being an adult, pretty much. Like if you're not being an adult, you might as well just keep go fuck around and hate your life at the spur or whatever the fuck you doing.
Hate your life at the spur.
Exactly.
Bro, the spur is I always come back to. Like that's
Dude,
just
yeah,
like
it's just
every
the
weekend, bro.
Dude, it's the fucking shithole of town where it all.
Every weekend. I have a song I made called Meaningless, and I'm like,
I do not go out there, bro. I try to
Bro,
avoid
the
going there. I go
last
to
time
damn
I
near
was
every other
there,
place.
It was a bunch of racist hick GIs, and they were calling my buddy, my roommate, the N word, and I was like, "This is not
that'd be
okay."
tough. There's and they
yeah.
all like they're
And he was being so nice. He was
yeah,
like,
and
"Hey
that's
man,"
why I also don't go
like-
to the Midnight Mine. It'd
they
be a bunch
always
of
want to
racist
start a
dudes there, too.
fight for
Yeah,
some
for
reason.
real.
GIs, and like that gets them kicked out.
Yeah.
They don't. Is dumb, and they like to run away, bro. Like they get in a fight or they fight someone, beat them up, and then they just dip out.
Well, dude, one time I was at the Spur, or I went to the Spur on Halloween, right? And this guy literally wand scans all females, and then I turn around and he goes straight and grab my balls, bro. Straight up to the crotch. I turn around. I'm thinking he's gonna wand scan me. He grabbed me right on my balls, bro.
I've been grabbed by my balls by a woman
And
at
I
the
was
Spur.
like, this is literally bullshit. It's a security guard. And I'm like, yo, hit me with that wand scanner. I don't want you touching me. And he's like,
oh,
leave.
you're talking about the security.
He's like,
security.
leave. And I'm like, what? And he's like, get out of here. I'll kill you. And I was like, what, bro? I was like, come outside. And I walked over, held the door open. I was like, man, come outside, bro. Let's go outside. And he's acting like people are holding him back. I'm like, bro, fuck out of here, bro. I'll like step outside, bro. I'll beat the fuck out of you, bro. Man.
People always talk about that like they feel like they're being groped or
Yeah, like, bro, if you're gonna sit there and wand scan somebody,
Yeah.
do it with all genders. How do you know I'm not a woman?
they let the
You know what I'm
female
saying?
go through. Plus, what if
Yeah.
so you could let your girl could sneak in there and just bring something stupid in. If
It's-
they scan them with the metal, but we get scanned with the metal, they could just like if they got it right, they could sneak something in there.
Yeah.
Low key, bro. It's just like because they don't really check the women, and it's like not supposed to be like that, but like. They're not gonna get harassed. If you're doing it to us, that means that you're doing too much to us. If you can't,
Yeah,
do it
bro.
to the
How did they know I wasn't a woman?
woman.
Alrighty. Well, that has been our relationship episode. Elijah, thank you so much for coming on, man. Cause like we definitely needed another person. Like there's another guy that was supposed to show up, he wasn't able to, kind of last minute thing. But yeah, we're really glad to have you on, dude. Like, dude, this guy was just performing at Stuka's the other night. It was so good. He was a little nervous, but I think you did great.
It was tight,
dude. That one song that you performed, that was like the tribute to your girl. That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
I miss you too,
dude. Yeah, I love that song. Like literally, people were sliding up on my story being like, where can I listen to that? And I was like,
tight.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And I was telling them the song name and everything. Yeah,
we might do a show at the fair this year, Johndough Valley.
Dude, that'd be fire.
Yeah,
dude, you gotta let me know so we can pop out with the camera.
That'd be tight.
You gotta get me backstage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All Wired official business, baby. We gotta get it going, dude. Out here filming. We're the press.
You guys can find me on all platforms at X3lijah, X3lijah.
This is Johndough.
And you already know where I'm at. VLoneWavy on Instagram. Rodgers.logan on Snapchat. RODGERS.LOGAN. Don't forget to follow Wired Films on all platforms. All Wired Pod across all platforms. Don't forget to watch, like, comment, subscribe. Even watching for like 30 minutes, just really means a lot to us. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. And
if you don't want a broken heart, don't forget to follow my last year being broken.
Yeah, last year being broke, baby. Yep. Shout out ASAP 12. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Yeah, thank you.
Peace. I actually liked that brand before you told me it. Like at first you were saying LLYB last time, but I seen his. Huh? I was about to say what the fuck.